How's it going? Anybody and everybody who might be watching this is LXT Zombie with another weekday upload. Today I decided to keep it short for you guys. I the real reason for making this video is to show off my new skin, and then I'm gonna get more into that maybe a little bit towards the end of the video, but I will still do it in, regular showcase fashion where I explain what it is that I came up with. Also, excuse the stuttering and possibly me repeating myself because I feel too lazy to edit. So all of this is gonna try and be in one take, the best that I can do it in one take, raw, unedited footage. So getting into this, what I made for you guys is a storage system for your ticking portal gold farms. Basically, utilizing the new crafter block, we can turn our nuggets into ingots and then our ingots into blocks. I did test it, but I didn't. I only tested it to make sure that it works. If you're wondering about, oh wait, I need to make a change. I need to make a change to it in a second. Well, I'll get into that. But if you're wondering about rates, really, it doesn't. It's a storage system, so it's not so much how much it's gonna be producing, it's how much it can take in. And this one is limited, unfortunately, to the ticking portal gold farm, or to one ticking portal gold farm per module of these, but they are stackable next to each other. So if you would like, if you want to make multiple portal gold farms, it is possible to just build it right next to each other and then it'll work the same. Same shenanigans with the water, just let it slide on through after aligning it against your hoppers, in between the hoppers and the water streams. And then once your water ends up dying, you just, you rejuvenate it using another water stream, water block source, whatever, and then ice and all that good stuff. So it is possible to stack it next to each other, but really what this storage system is for is if you have the villagers that trade rotten flesh and you want to keep the rotten flesh, then this is what you would want to build this for. You guys can see we do have double hopper speed shulker loader, a double hopper speed shulker loader, just in case some rotten flesh ends up sliding through. There is the rare edge case where you end up producing a little bit more rotten flesh than one of them can handle, and it'll end up getting burnt. But that's really not all that necessary. So I think it's almost even possible to get rid of this, and you could just move this redstone block over here, for example, and then you can add in something like this. This is a problem, so maybe you wouldn't, maybe that's not really much of an option. But for what it's worth, a very neat little design, 5 by 6 by 6. So I thought I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with it. I was pretty proud. So I decided, it's good enough to show it to you guys. Nothing too crazy. I won't be going too much into storage tech simply because there's so many different ways to do different storages. So for example, this is in case you want to stroker load your rotten flesh, but most of the time, myself included, we don't really care for rotten flesh. We only want the gold from it. So what you can do is you can build something like this. This is a design by Reflag. Shout out to Reflag. They just uploaded, I think it's their first YouTube video where they built a storage system capable of supporting a 4 portal ticking gold farm. So really, really, really impressive. I took a good look at it right now, just trying to get behind all of the circuits and stuff as best as I can. And they utilize the advanced technique with the crafters where the crafter is full, but then the hopper feeding into it isn't. And once the hopper receives uh, enough items, it'll send a signal and it'll craft whatever it's crafting into whatever you want to get crafted and then send it to the next inventory, which is really the ideal way of doing things. But as you guys could probably tell, I had a hard time trying to even portray that, and if I watch it back, I'll probably have a hard time keeping up with what the fuck I just said. So I imagine it's not the funnest thing, and I'm pretty sure Red Flag had to scratch their head a good amount of times before they could get to this point. But again, very impressive. The only thing with this is that it burns all of your rotten flesh. This is specifically only for gold. However, like I said, it is super nice because it's really, really small and compact, and it can handle the 4 portal ticking gold farms that you would want, with this being the output. So it's not like I'm gonna be honest, red flag is not the prettiest looking thing in the world, and I don't like the output big in the back, but that's just, that's just preference thing. It's not, in terms of functionality, it's amazing. A 10 out of 10. And then, if you want to keep the rotten flesh, this is what you would go for. Now, I did split it up instead of giving you guys a block by block tutorial into the different sections. So if you want to copy it on through, you can just go ahead and, take pictures or take a quick little screen grab video, whatever, and then build it for yourself. The only difference is that I ended up changing it up because I realized that with this design specifically, you have to set off the dispenser one time before. So basically, the items are being fed into it from the front right here, right? This is your input for the empty shulker boxes. Also, I kind of forgot to, demonstration. My bad. I don't have a script, but this is where the empty shulker boxes go in. They go into here, and then once they get filled up, they get thrown into this barrel right here. I can show you guys that once the shulker box is full, the system detects that, and if you have another shulker box in the system, it'll dispense the next one. Since they were both full, they immediately got broken and got sent off into the chest there. But I can also show you guys what would normally happen is once once the shulker is full, it'll dispense the next shulker. And I made it specifically this way so you can access the shulker as well. So this would probably hinting at one of, if if I end up making another storage tech video, it'll probably be just another little, because I think this is really neat having a shulker loader where you can access the shulker. So I'll probably do something cool like this where I can have like redstone or my mining materials going to there. I don't know. So that's the whole point of it looking the way it does. But like I said, normally the way this looks is like this. And this is what I have built for you guys over here. But the thing with this though is that you don't really have a nice, neat way of getting into there to power the dispenser, because once you input your shulker boxes, you need to power the dispenser for the one time in order to make sure that they actually get dispensed and the collection starts cycling through the shulker boxes. So what you can do is either A, you can add a redstone dust like this and trigger yourself one time, just like that, and that'll dispense your boxes for you. Or actually, I'm a liar. So this is why I did what I did, because the redstone torch is keeping it powered. So if you really want to make this easy for you, right? If you just build it like this, what you have to do is you have to break the torch and replace it, and that'll dispense your shulker, and then you don't have to worry about it until you refill the machine or it runs out of shulkers and you refill it. So the other option, if you're lazy like me and you want it to be automated, is you can add in this quick little circuit, which is actually what I have over there, and it's most likely what I would do. You can add this circuit like this, and I believe all we're missing is a target block like that. And now what will happen is once this guy goes off, you guys will notice that it'll set off the dispenser every time that this torch over here ends up powering off, or every time that the filter receives any items, and that'll dispense your shulkers for you. So all you have to do is fill up the machine with empty shulker boxes, and you can go grind AFK whatever it is that you're inputting into it. In this case, the rotten flesh, that'll end up getting shulker loaded. And that is, like I said, what I actually ended up doing over here. If I get rid of this shulker box and then I start up the farm real quick, I'm gonna make my way away from it first off because it's super loud. Also, it might be a little bit broken, so it's gonna be a little bit slow. But you guys will notice that as soon as we receive rotten flesh, the shulker box will get dispensed for us, and all we have to worry about is just AFKing the farm and holding a looting sword as it's working for us. Go ahead and shut off that noise machine, and as you guys can see, very, very nice. Everything works as intended. Now, the real reason for this video was to show off my little mustache in real Mumbo fashion. I'm gonna be straying away from too technical redstone tutorials, and what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna do fun stuff like this from now on. I'll try. I will still, like I said, most likely revisit technical stuff at some point, but I think I'm gonna try and do, if not more, unique redstone builds, more fun builds to do, and that's hence the mustache on my character. I had to make it white, by the way, because if I made it black, it would blend in with the eyes, and it just didn't look right. And then if I moved the eyes up, it didn't look right again. So I was like, you know what, we're going with a white mustache. Um, so yeah, this is a nice little prank that you could pull on your friends. Super, super easy. All it is a hopper clock with a note block next to it and a creeper head on top of it. You could also make it different mobs, so you could even, you could add more than one actually. But the point of this is to prank your friends and piss them off. They're gonna be like, "What the hell? Why am I hearing monster sounds inside my base?" So you could do something like this, or you could even like delay it or something. I don't know. But mainly this is just for the creeper sound, because I'm pretty sure more people are gonna get set off from the creeper noise. It does require a mob head, a creeper head, but like I said, I think it's a really fun little quick prank that you can pull on your friends. So that's actually where I'm gonna try and be taking my redstone tutorials from now on, if I make them tutorials, that is, into, making it fun stuff that you can do on your world that doesn't involve such technical, details or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications in case I never see your wonderful faces again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your lives. Until next time, it was Zombie.